All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first oral session in this morning session. I'm Jill Goodwin. I'll be moderating this session with the help of Lauren Cohen and Jesse Grasso. Um, I will be playing a recording this morning from Miss Judith Chavez. She is here in the background and will be able to hopefully answer any questions if we have extra time. But I will be playing this recording now. So to start off, we have promoting the conservation of pili through the synergy of research and instruction and extension. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much. Mm, Or maybe I'm not. Hold on a second.
Good day, everyone.
Are you hearing anything?
No.
Good day, everyone. I am Judith Chavez from the Philippines, sharing with you our experience entitled Promoting the Conservation of Pili, Canarium ovatum, through the synergy of research, instruction, and extension. Canarium ovatum, commonly known as the Philippine nut or pili, is an endemic fruit-bearing tree found in the Philippines, especially in the Bicol region, where a majority of its commercial production and processing is confined. According to the Living Asia Channel, Bicol remains the undisputed pili capital of the Philippines. Way back in 1996, pili is categorized as a neglected and underutilized species. Studies, however, by Coronel, Dumandan et al., Miliana and Sagum, Tugay et al., and Rayan Alguzar showed that its kernel oil has vitamin E content at par or better than other seeds and nuts. Its pulp extract even has anti-cancer potential, according to Kahuday et al. Pili fruit is not a true nut. It is a drupe that's green when unripe and turns purplish to black when mature. It has 3 layers. The outermost exocarp layer or peel, the middle mesocarp layer or pulp, and the inner endocarp layer or nut. The exomesocarp layer can be removed through blanching to free the nut. The nut is comprised of the shell plus the seed or kernel that is protected by the seed coat or testa. The kernel is usually exposed by cracking the nut. Pili is dubbed as Bicol's Tree of Hope because, like coconut, almost all of its parts are useful. The Department of Agriculture officially recognizes pili as a priority high-value crop due to its export potential. Various products are gleaned from its fruit alone. Products include confections, beauty products, fashion accessories, and home decors. The new addition to the product line is the pili sealant for aircraft invented by Engineer Bantugon from spent pili resin that earned him the 2021 James Dyson Award, among others. To date, there are only 7 Department of Agriculture, National Seed Industry Council registered pili varieties from Bicol. Mayonwan, Emorolfo, and Orbase are origin of tobacco in District 1, while Liza, Magayon, and Magnaye are from Ginubatan in District 3. Lanuza, the farmer's choice, is from the province of Camarines Norte. However, most Bicol land races are still uncharacterized and unregistered. The Department of Science and Technology Science for Change program is dedicated to assisting higher education institutions in conducting research aimed at fostering regional development in the Philippines. Pili Genetic Resources, or PGR, is a project supported by the Niche Centers in the Regions, or NICER, for Research and Development Initiative. Through the PGR project under the Pili NICER program, Bicol University, or BU, conducted an assessment of pili land races in Albay. This involved morphological characterization of trees and fruit samples from 33 farms across the province's 3 districts, making use of the old Institute for Plant Breeding, National Plant Genetic Resources Laboratory descriptors for pili. Research highlights from the PGR and other projects under the Pili NICER program were disseminated through the Knowledge Management System portal created by the Pili NICER Project 4 team from Partido State University that worked in collaboration with BU. Here are some of the Albay research highlights. A total of 140 pili land races were geotagged and characterized with the following distribution: 30 from District 1 covering 5 municipalities and 1 component city, 21 from only 3 municipalities in District 3, and 89 from 6 municipalities and 1 component city in District 3. Qualitative tree traits such as tree habit, canopy density, and canopy shape were examined and documented per district. Quantitative tree traits such as tree height, canopy spread, and trunk diameter were also recorded. Data from this can be used to approximate the yield. Likewise, quantitative and qualitative fruit traits were also studied. The figure shows the variability in the percentage composition of the kernel, pulp, and shell. Pili stakeholders who are after the pulp oil may source their raw materials from the first district, while those who are after the processing of kernel oil and making confections may source their raw materials from the second and third districts. In contrast, the third district may provide the pili shells to those stakeholders who are processing charcoal briquettes, water purifier, and fashion accessories. The presented findings hope to provide baseline information to pili stakeholders for utilization, breeding, and conservation purposes. Thus, further studies and data banking are recommended to be continued. Moreover, the results were shared with students, farmers, community members, and other researchers through conferences, fora, seminar, technotransfers, and webinar series. The importance of conserving pili and native trees in general, along with the ecosystem services they provide, were emphasized during said knowledge-sharing activities. Additionally, Bicol University Ginubatan students under my class had actively participated and is participating in geotagging PD3s as part of their environmental science course. Some are mentees, yours truly as advisor, having worked on their undergraduate thesis study about pili. Recently, Bicol University forged a multi-stakeholders memorandum of understanding for the Access and Benefit Sharing or ABS project in Bicol. Together with other regional agencies, led by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Bicol University aims to share resources and expertise in ABS-related activities and biodiversity management plans. Here are my references, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. That was a great presentation. I've never heard of that tree before. So thank you so much for sharing that and sharing your work with us. I don't see, I'm looking for questions in the Q&A or in the chat. If anyone has any questions, please put a question in the chat or in the Q&A. We have a couple more minutes. Okay, not seeing any questions in the Q&A or in the chat. I think we'll make sure that the next room is ready to go. If you do have any questions, feel free to try. Um, Judith, if you could go to the lobby, that's a good way that folks can reach out to you directly within the chat feature and ask questions if they're interested. But thank you so much for sharing your work, and we will see you all in the next session. Thank you so much.